Hello, my name is Samar. I also go by Sam or First Time Panner. Any of those who want to call me, you can. This will finally be my Q3 Empties video. This is coming very late, and this is also one of the last videos I'm filming in my round of filming, like to catch up with videos. I still have a few more, but I should have filmed this 2 weeks ago. Q3 ended actually officially 2 weeks ago. But anything that I finished in these first 2 weeks of October, I'm just counting because I want to get rid of all these empties that I've been saving on my desk. There's no real estate to be found here. And I also have 9 more minutes to finish filming before I have to leave, so I'm gonna try to do this as rapid fire as possible for someone who rambles too much. So I'm gonna get started, and there are a few things that I literally, sorry if I look weird, it's because I'm holding my laptop on my lap to do this. Okay, let me try to put it on my desk like a normal person. I don't know why I didn't think to do that. I'm gonna start with the items that I finished while I was still out in Nevada that I got rid of while I was there, because I was not about to bring trash with me on an interstate move. So and I think most of these you've already seen. The first one is the Clinique Chubby Steak in the shade Super Strawberry. I finished this in my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 months ago. Sorry, now my family's texting me in the group chat. Let me turn the volume down. But I finished this a long time ago, toward probably the beginning of Q3. I like it. I'd probably repurchase it, but not now because I have way too many similar things to it. But I finished like at least 4 of those. I also finished my e.l.f. color corrector. It was bittersweet because I loved that thing so much. It was the perfect color corrector for me. But it was getting so old that it was drying out because the cap was cracked. So I was glad that I was able to finish that and kind of call it an empty and get as much use out of it as I could. I also finished my e.l.f. Franken powder, which when I say e.l.f., it was in an e.l.f. compact and it had some e.l.f. powder foundation in it. It was like 2 different e.l.f. powder foundations and like 2 other powder foundation, or like just types of powders all mixed together, and I finally finished that. I've been working on that mix since last year because I had 2 full compacts of it. I finished a mini Jane Iredale Smooth Affair primer. I did like it, but not enough to purchase it. It was kind of like my NYX Marshmallow primer, where it kind of did a little bit of everything but not enough of any one thing to warrant me buying it. I'll just like buy 2 separate primers and mix them together, but it was nice to have for travel. I finished a Maybelline mascara. It's in the, I don't know, if I say it's in a pink tube, that's going to mean nothing. I'll try to post a picture of it on the screen so that you know. Lash Sensational, maybe? I'll try to find it and post a picture of it. But it was a nice mascara. It was one of those like more lengthening ones where it has this spiky like synthetic plastic bristles on it, which again is good for lengthening and separating. I probably would purchase it again if it was on sale and I needed a mascara. I finished the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Praline, which is one of my favorite lip glosses of all time. I'm definitely going to repurchase it probably sometime soon, but that was in my problem area project pan because it was very old. I finished a Pat McGrath Labs pencil eyeliner. I don't remember the exact full name of it, but her pencil eyeliners are some of the best on the market. Like full pigment every time. Even the brown ones, which I feel like often, or at least actually all except for hers, brown eyeliners never work on my waterline because it's just not like gel-like enough, or it's too slippy and it doesn't actually stay on my waterline. It just gets everywhere. Hers are so good. Hers are my favorite eyeliners of all time, even more than the Urban Decay ones. Yeah, I'm definitely going to repurchase. Hopefully she has both shades, like brown and black, in a holiday set. I would buy that. I finished actually 2 of these, but one of them I finished while I was in Nevada, and it's the I'll just show you this one. It's the e.l.f. Mini Invisible Sunscreen. Yeah, that's what it's called, from the Suntouchable line. So I finished 2 of these, just one is no longer with me. Okay, now finally I'm on to the items that I have here with me that I finished since I've been back in California. And the first one that I finished is my e.l.f. Curvy Contour Stick. This is just like a contour bronzer stick that was in my 25 and 2025 project. I finished this like 2 weeks after getting here, so like 3 months ago now. Not 3 months ago, 2.5 months ago. Time doesn't make sense to me anymore. But yeah, I finished this probably actually less than 2 weeks after getting to California. And then I kind of like panicked because I didn't think I was going to finish it so quickly, so I had to like find something else to use as a contour stick because this is all I had packed with me. I kept most of my makeup, but I'm not gonna go through this actually. I kept all of my makeup back in Nevada because it was like I was going back to move everything. I finished this a lot quicker than I thought. Long story short, this is in no particular order as well. I have my e.l.f. brow and lash mascara. I finished both sides enough to where like there is almost nothing left, and I had to scrape the sides, and it was starting to turn yellow on both sides, which is how I know it's starting to turn. But I was like refilling. I'm all of a sudden getting like 1,000 notifications. I always try to refill these with my, I don't have it in front of me, but my Maybelline Brow Fast Sculpt, so that's why it looks extra gross. I finished 2 mini Urban Decay setting sprays. I actually did like the regular all-nighter. This was my first time trying it. I previously had tried the matte one and I had to declutter it because I hated it. It left like dots all over my face. But now that it's reformulated, I don't know if I would purchase it anymore because it's different. But I liked it while I had it, and I also finished the D-Slick version. This was fine as well, but I didn't really notice any difference in my makeup, so it was just kind of whatever. It was just like a spray. I finished my Sephora Collection Rouge Gel Lip Liner in the shade Mesquite. So this is all done. This was in my 54321, the product that I finished months ago that I sometimes forget about. I liked this, but I wouldn't repurchase it because I just don't wear lip liners too often, and there was a lot of product in this. Even using this to fill in all of my lips, it took me a very long time to finish, and I'm gonna speed up extra because I have 1 more minute to film. I finished both of these eyeliners from NYX Cosmetics. These are the Epic ink liners in the shade Milk Chocolate and Dark Chocolate. I used to have the black shade as well, but I had to get rid of that for one reason or the other. But I did finish both of these. These were in my The Office Project pan. I did not like these. I only purchased them because Steph from It's Just Steph said these are like the eyeliners that she purchases all the time. They were not my favorites. They kind of were like, sometimes they just would run out halfway through application, especially Milk Chocolate went very quickly. And then it's like, even though it looks like a felt tip, it's a brush tip, and the brush hairs will like fray everywhere. Not a fan of that. I finished this mini e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer, so that's done. This was in my Old New Gifted Blue project, and I just talked about this very recently, so I'm just gonna skip ahead. But basically the luminous aspect does not show, just get the original version. I finished a concealer, which was so exciting. This might be a spoiler depending on if I already uploaded my travel bag video, but this was in, actually never mind, this was in my The Office Project pan, so you already know I finished this. But this is my Neutrogena Healthy Skin Radiant Cream Concealer in the shade Almond, which is a really good shade match for me. I've been using this, not this shade, but this concealer for years and years. I might repurchase it in the future if I don't find a different one that I like even better, but for now I have enough concealers and color correctors to not purchase anything. Then finally, this is a spoiler, but I finished my Clinique Chubby Stick blush in the shade Plumped Up Peony. This is done. I finished it yesterday. It was just scraping my cheeks. I wasn't expecting to finish it before my update for that project, which I still haven't filmed. I'll film it tomorrow. But yeah, this is done, and I'm so excited because I was thinking it was going to take me until the end of the year to finish this because I'm just not good at finishing blush. I think I am, and then I'm always not. So I'm really glad that I was able to finish this finally, and I will have the grand total of the products that I finished on the screen for Q3 plus 2 weeks of Q4. So I'm sure that next quarter, like Q4, will not be nearly as abundant as this one, but I just wanted to be able to get rid of all this stuff. But I need to go. I'm already 2 minutes late, but I will see you in my next video, and until then I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.